I just want to bask in having this together, all of us together. I am so excited about this day. This has been a dream of mine for a long time. And I am so grateful that you are all here today to share this. And now I would like to invite Imam Suleyman up to share his message of hope.
Thank you so much for this beautiful day. From the beginning, from the very welcoming song until this moment, I feel very welcomed. I feel that I'm at my home with my own people. I was nervous since I heard the news that I'm going to give a speech on 9/11 issue. But after coming here, meeting with these beautiful people, especially hearing the song, the first welcoming song, I really felt that I'm at home. As you know, we are coming from the land of Rumi, Anatolia, the great Sufi Muslim mystic, poet, whatever you want to name him. He says in Persian, Baza, Baza, her an ki chesti baza, meaning that come in, whoever you are, whatever your personality or your religion or your worldview is. It doesn't matter whether you're a Buddhist, whether you're an atheist, whether you're a Christian, Muslim. Come on in. This is not the door of despair. This is the door of hope and welcome. That was basically what he said. So we were just repeating the same words, same meaning in different languages. So although I'm very far, far away from my own land, country, still I feel home today. 9/11 was a terrible act. It was a very bad event. I came to this country in 2000 as a student to learn English. And then my purpose was go back to my own country and pursue my PhD degree there. And I just came here in 2000, spent a year and a half, and then learned English, go back, maybe just pursue the PhD degree. But while I was here, I met with the Turkish community in Atlanta, and they offered me a job to be an imam for them. And while I was a student, in the meantime, I was kind of giving speeches to them. So I had both titles, being a student and being an imam at the same time. At that time, we changed our visa from F1, which means from the student visa, to R1, which means the religious worker visa. And I got the visa here. I went back to Turkey just to stamp the visa on my passport and then come back and work here as an imam, not student anymore. It was, almost 1.5 years I spent here, away from my family, from my country. It was a good time to meet with them again. I landed to Turkey, and just 2 days after that, 9/11 happened. And a couple days after that, I had I had appointment with the embassy, American embassy. And here I was, right before them, telling them that I was a student in U.S. They offered me a job position, and right now I want to go back to U.S. as an imam. They said, well, that's really good, that's really nice. We're going to think about it, and we're going to let you know about the result. Normally, it would take just maybe a week or even less than a week. But it took me to get the visa 5.5 months. I stayed in Turkey. At that time, of course, you are talking to your relatives and parents. They know that you want to go back to U.S., and they are asking, why don't you go? And I'm saying that I'm waiting a reply from the embassy. Everybody knows what happened. Nobody is brave enough to question, why don't you give me the visa immediately? It was understandable. It was very natural. It was a very normal response to me. And after coming to U.S. until today, for 10 years, I have been invited by many churches, many communities, many different organizations to give a speech. And most of the time I went there knowing that I'm going to be questioned about terrorism, 9/11. What is wrong with you guys about killing others? I try to do my best so far. Maybe I wasn't even educated at that much depth in the Islamic law part of how Muslims should act in the just war, because there are a lot of regulations, rules, and so on and so forth. Even I, began to study what really my religion says about it, because until that moment, I haven't felt that I really need to study that subject in that much depth. Because religion for me, until that moment, was just, love, beauty, to be united with your Creator, to worship Him, to serve the humanity. These concepts were the summary of my religion. Until that moment, I wasn't really interested about, the fight things or the wars and this and that. I have been questioned, not just by the crowds, but also even from my neighbors. When I met with them, let's say, just walking on the street, going to my home at after midnight, seeing a neighbor and telling them that I am an imam, I have been questioned. What does your religion say about killing infidels? Just in fact, last week, my neighbor said, my wife is asking or wondering what your religion would say about killing infidels. I told him that I'm a very religious person. I am an imam, and I have been living with you over a year. If really my religion does teach to kill the infidels, so far until now, you should have been killed already.